and a dreadful thing from the cliff did spring, and its wild bark thrilled around. Its eyes had the glow of the fires below. It was the form of the spectral hound. For centuries, people in East Anglia and wider afield have told stories about a black dog, Black Shuck. A great big dog, black, with great big red eyes. And to see him brings you the worst of luck, because you or a loved one will die within a year. And to hear him cry, that cry will make the hairs on your neck stand up. And his footfalls cannot be heard. So if you hear a cry and you think it might possibly be the black dog, Black Shuck, it's best to shut your eyes so you can't see him. Shut your eyes just in case it was him, or perhaps it was just the wind in the reeds. Some say old Black Shuck, he's the dog left behind by Odin or Thor, left behind when he left these shores to go back to Norway. Some say he's the ghost of Hugh Bygod, who roamed East Anglia with Geoffrey de Mandeville during the anarchy years after the death of Henry I, siding with whoever was winning, pillaging and destroying wherever they went. Others will tell you that Black Shuck was the dog of a smuggler that used to trade in and out of the North Norfolk coast, and that when that smuggler drowned at sea, Black Shuck he's been looking ever since, from Home Beach down to the other end of Pedder's Way. So, is he a smuggler's warning to keep off the footpaths, the byways and the roads at night? Is he a reminder of anarchy times? Or is he just a piece of folklore? Or do we have a need to be scared? Consider these sightings. There was a young blind boy on Thetford Bridge one Christmas Eve with his sister watching the water. And he says to his sister, Sis, something's trying to push me in and it feels like a dog. She looked, she could see nothing. But he insisted, it's pushing me. And she could see something was pushing at his back, but there was nothing there. But she grabbed hold of him and she pulled him back just before he was toppled into the water. Then there was the gamekeeper in Suffolk. The gamekeeper who to his dying day swore Black Shuck had been under his hand and had glided away up the track. Gamekeeper who was scared of no poacher on 2 or 4 legs, but knew that what he had touched that night had a back hard, shaggy and rough. Then the charwoman acting as a chaperone for one of her daughters, while her daughter courted with her boyfriend. They were walking Gelderston Way, and the daughter said, Mum, look, there's a black dog. It's following us. It's enormous. Its great tongue hanging out the side of its mouth. She could see nothing, and nor could the girl's boyfriend, until the girl touched her mother. And then the mother remembered her daughter was born in the chime hours, and she could see things that no one else could. And every time the daughter touched her, she could see that dog. And it stayed with them for half a mile, until it turned up a trackway towards the church, giving them one last look over its shoulder. There's the 2 wildfowlers at Bradwell-on-Sea in Essex, shooting ducks. And from nowhere a big black dog appeared, walked in front, scaring them half to death, as if they weren't even there. It didn't care it was being watched. And the same thing happened as they got closer to home. And then consider at Wicken and Reach. After a shoot on the fens, people drinking in the 5 miles from anywhere. Anthony Wentworth Day wanted to walk home with some of the men along that fen bank, but they wouldn't go. Not for friendship or money, because the sister of one of them had seen Black Shuck a couple of days before and had fainted clear away. But for all those sightings, there's never been any evidence. Nothing to say there's definitely been a dog here. Then in 2017 there was an archaeological dig at Leiston Abbey, close to the Suffolk coast. And one of the things they found was the skeleton of a dog, a large dog. Now that dog was 7 feet tall, they say, and it was a male dog. And they say it was buried with a lot of care soon after Black Shuck wrought havoc and killed people in the churches at Bungay and Blytheborough. Has the evidence been found at last? Was that Black Shuck buried at Leiston? Who knows? But the questions have to be, why is he still searching? And who is he searching for? And a dreadful thing from the cliff did spring, and his wild bark thrilled around. His eyes had the glow of the fires below. It was the form of the spectral hound.